shout out to Queen Namaste. She sent me this article to look at the numbers that were in it and see if I could see the ritual in it. As you know, any full moon is good for manifesting anything prosperous you want to happen in your life. So you should definitely take advantage of the full moon if you want to manifest new things in your life, because she is definitely working for us. She is working for our progression and evolution. And if you want to manifest anything right now, now would be the time to do it, okay? Click off of this real quick. Okay, so Sister Queen Amistad, she said there's numbers in this that I should look at to see if I can see the ritual in it. And like I was saying, this is a good time to do rituals. You know, any full moon is. So this is definitely a ritual. Alright, let's read about it before we get to the numbers. It says, Sky Watchers have been enjoying a rare super blood moon as the Earth's natural satellite turned a stunning shade of red. Okay. The celestial event, which is also this year's only total lunar eclipse, generated plenty of buzz. Visible for its entirety in North and South America, this eclipse is referred to by some as a super blood moon. Super because the moon will be closest to Earth in its orbit during the full moon, and blood because the total lunar eclipse will turn the moon a reddish hue, says NASA. Okay. It says January super blood moon eclipse will be visible to millions. Where and how to watch the rare event. Now look, I told you guys how these articles are. The articles tell you the ritual. Look at what they're doing to the moon. Okay, they're doing a hand mudra. You know, the one that people call the Baphomet. It's doing the Baphomet towards the moon. And this actually, like that mudra, helps you hop on a frequency. You know, you have to learn what mudras really mean and how you can use them for yourself. And when you throw up that mudra, it helps you to hone in on a frequency and be able to listen to it. Okay? So, just peep that for a second. Okay, so they're listening to the frequency of the moon. Alright, and plus the moon is a satellite, so you can hear a lot of stuff bouncing off the moon. Okay? You can hone in on all kinds of energies. This is why the moon is very, very special, because the moon transmits and receives all frequencies and is able to transmit messages and all kinds of stuff. And so they're listening to the messages bouncing off and going back and forth from the moon. Okay, so they're listening to your manifestations. They're trying to hear what you're manifesting right now with the moon, or they're trying to hear what the moon is manifesting. Okay, just remember that. So they're telling you right now what they're doing. Okay, so let's move forward. It says a lunar eclipse progresses behind the monumental a la Carta Magna y las cuatro regiones Argentinas in Buenos Aires, Argentina on, it says Monday, January 21st, 2019. Alright, and it says right here, across much of the globe, photographers pointed their cameras skyward to capture the rare event. In New York, for example, clusters of photographers braved sub-zero temperatures to capture the eclipse above the city's famous skyline. Okay, I had a couple of birthdays that have blood moons. Okay, I got a picture in my community section if you want to see a picture of the blood moon, and you can tell because I was on the beach when I had one of my birthday parties. It was about 5 years ago, and you can see how the around is a purplish hue actually. From the water and in the sky, it's like a purplish reddish hue. But we're going to see right here where they said it turns the sky blue. So that was different to me, because usually it's like, well, when I was in Hawaii, it was like a reddish, purplish hue. And you can go and you can see the picture for yourself in my community feed. All right. That was the night of a blood moon on my birthday. And you can see the moon and everything. Okay, it says a total lunar eclipse occurs when the entire moon enters Earth's shadow. Earth's atmosphere is responsible for the moon's color change. During the eclipse, as sunlight passes through it, the small molecules that make up our atmosphere scatter blue light, which is why the sky appears blue. And like I told you, go look at my picture. It's kind of like a purplish reddish color. You can see around, like, from the ocean, because the ocean was reflecting it, and you can see in the sky that was like this purplish reddish color. Okay, it says as sunlight passes through it, the small molecules that make up our atmosphere scatter blue light, which is why the sky appears blue, explains NASA. Okay, this leaves behind mostly red light that bends or refracts into Earth's shadow. We can see the red light during an eclipse as it falls onto the moon in Earth's shadow. China's lunar probe snaps first panoramic pic of the far side of the moon. They're crazy. It says the phenomenon is also referred to as a super wolf blood moon, according to the Old Farmer's Almanac. The January full moon was dubbed the Wolf Moon by Native Americans because it occurred at a time of year when wolves would be howling with hunger. Okay, hungry like the wolf. You know that. I think it was Duran Duran that made that song. Okay, now here it is. Here go the numbers. I can already see it's going to be some sevens. And the moon is not playing. The moon and the Great Mother Goddess have an intense relationship. So the moon is going to be doing work on behalf of the Great Mother Goddess, and it's going to be slaying. It's going to be killing a lot of things that are no longer needed. People think that the sun is going to do it. It's going to be, like Bob Marley said, the sun is arising, the moon is arising. And he said that in that Rainbow Country song that he did. And I told you the Rainbow Country is actually the city of peace that Bob was talking about, where we're leaving once the apocalypse happens. Okay, we're going to another planet so that this planet can heal in her entirety. And a lot of things have to be burned up because of all the poison they put on the planet, and all the GMO and what Monsanto's has done, and all the spraying of the chemtrails has truly affected the planet in a bad way, and she needs to purge the chemicals that they put upon her and cleanse. So what's going to happen is it's going to be, everything needs to burn down, and the trees and the mountains, everything has okayed it, because everything is alive essentially, and the trees and the mountains have volunteered to explode. Okay, it was like, well, we're ready to go too. So whenever you're ready to make this happen, we will happily explode on these motherfuckers. And the trees are okay with being burned down. Okay, because you have to remember, we have a strong connection to trees. We get rooted just like they do. Okay, they transmit frequencies and receive frequencies for us. That's why it's important to meditate near trees, because you can receive messages from the omniverse from the trees when you meditate towards them. And plus, trees have some trees have thousands of years of information in them. So if you want to know something, because these tall trees, they've been around for a very long time, and they can help you remember and know what happened in our past. Okay, for those who want to know the truth about us, meditate near trees. But the trees have volunteered to burn down during the apocalypse. Everything is going to be burnt to a crisp, into ash and dust. And then after that, after everything burns down, the planet is going to be filled with water, because water is purification. Okay, so the water is going to fill the earth so that the earth can purify herself and heal, and we're going to leave. Okay, so after everything evil dies, water is going to fill the earth, and we're going to leave. And we're going to be watching all of this from Some say it's a spaceship, but it's really a blue bubble of light, and we're going to be watching all of this from that blue bubble of light. And I guess it is a spaceship. It's just a light. It's a light body type of spaceship that we're going to be watching it from. It's not like a spaceship that you would normally think an extraterrestrial would be flying down. It's actually wheels of light. If you read the Bible and if you ever heard about the wheels of light that the cherubim were in, and the wheels of light that kept turning. It's like it's a blue wheel of light, and we're going to be inside of that. And I've seen this many times. I've seen what's going to happen. The Great Mother and Great Father God have showed me this several times. Okay, and it looks like we're in water, but we're above water, and it looks like we're in water because we're inside of this blue wheel of light, and it kind of looks like water. Okay, but it's not. It's just pure energy. All right. So let's read these numbers. These numbers that are very, very telling about what the moon is coming to do. Alright, so first off, you see 1141. That's a 7. 1 plus 1 plus 4 is 6, right? Plus 1 is 7. So we got a 7 off rip. January 20th, 1 and 3. 1 and 2 is 3. Plus the 2019 that adds up to the 3 on the side. Like, you don't see the 2019, but we all know that it is the year 2019. So 2 plus 1 plus 9 is actually 12. So that's why the year 2019 is a 3, because the 12 can be added as 1 plus 2, which is 3. Okay, so the 2019 is a 3. Then you have the 3 over here, so that's a 6. Okay, 6 is the number of love. Okay, so I told you that destruction used to be a high form of love, but these evil creatures took the power of destruction, because destruction was originally meant to destroy things that were no longer needed, so that we can continue to create. Like I always say, when we pull weeds or cut grass and stuff like that, that's a necessary destruction. That is love, so that we can create new things and let new things grow. When you pull weeds, it's because weeds choke out plants. You have to pull them, so you have to destroy weeds for the rest of the plants that you want to grow. So destruction was a high form of love before evil took it and started destroying unnecessarily, because they needed power to combat the Great Mother and Father. This is how evil was created, by individuals who wanted to be the Great Mother and Great Father, and they needed a power to combat them. And so the power that they took was the high form of love, and the high form of love, which was destruction. Okay, and they started to use it unnecessarily against the true ones. They started to use destruction against us by killing and all that stuff, killing unnecessarily everything. So remember that the 6 is really love. So this is telling us that the moon, which is an aspect of the Great Mother Goddess, is destroying out of love. She is taking destruction and moving it back to its highest form, which was in a form of love, to destroy what is no longer needed. So it's telling you that she is destroying these evil creatures. It is time for them to go. They have to go. Alright, this is what this is. And they're trying to combat it. Okay? They are trying to combat this. And they can't, because the moon is destroying. The moon is going to be destroying these evil creatures, as well as the sun. The sun is arising, and the moon is arising. The masculine and the feminine energy is coming together to destroy these evil creatures. The Great Mother and the Great Father God and Goddess are coming together to destroy these evil creatures on this planet, so we can move forward in evolution. Okay, so let's get down to the next set of numbers. Another 6. 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2. That's 6. Okay? And then this is on January 21st. So that's 1 plus 2, which is 3, plus 1 is 4. And then, like I said, 2019 is a number 3 year. So 4 plus 3 is 7. So you got the 6 and the 7 again. The love is coming to destroy what is no longer needed. Okay? Alright? I told you, you can pray in the name of love for your enemies and these evil creatures to die. You can do that. Alright? There's nothing wrong with that. Evil does not need to exist anymore. And praying for their demise in the name of love is very, very powerful. Okay? Because as you can see, everything is lining up to do so. Alright? So if you want to help the Great Mother and Great Father manifest this during these blood moons, most definitely do that. Be praying in the name of love for these evil creatures to die. Okay? So, what we got right here? We got a 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. And a 4, so that's a 7. And then we got a 3, so that's a 10. Alright? And 10 is a masculine number. But it also represents the true ones. So it's telling you that true ones is coming to destroy in the name of love. Alright? These evil creatures are going to die. Okay? And then, this is also let me see, a number 7 day. Alright? Yeah, 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 4, and then the number 3 year, so it's another 7. Alright, and it says the next total lunar eclipse will not occur until May 26, 2021. This looks like an apocalyptic day. Let me see. 5 plus 2 is 7, right? 7 plus 6 is 4, because it's a 13, and 1 plus 3 is 4, so that's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh, it's a 9, okay, it's a number 9 day. Alright, so that's divine completion, and it's also the soul's number, okay, so that's powerful too. Let me see, it says, as for full moon supermoons, this will be the first of 3 this year. And 3, I told you, that's our number of the true Holy Trinity in divine order. It's their number of order out of chaos. By their, I mean the evil creatures on this planet, because they took all of our numbers and tried to flip them on us. So instead of divine order, they made it order out of chaos. Okay, but remember, we have to take these things back and put them in the proper perspective. This is how you flip rituals on them. You use the right meaning of the numbers to flip the shit. Okay? So, and there's really nothing they can really do with their rituals. I mean, their rituals haven't been working in a while. That's why they are sacrificing each other at a high rate, like these evil creatures that run the illusion. They've been doing a lot of sacrificing the last couple years. You've seen a lot of celebrities die, okay? And every day is a ritual for them, okay? So it says, as for full moon, supermoons, this will be the first of 3 this year. This supermoon is about 222,000 miles away. See that? 246, okay? The February 19th, and that's a number 3, and then the year 2019 is a number 3 year, so that's another 6, okay? February 19th, 2019 is another 6, okay? So remember, they use it for hate because they flipped it, because the number 6 originally means love, okay? So they're flipping the love into hate, okay? But we're flipping it back into love because we're going to destroy them in the name of love. Alright, so it says it will be a bit closer than the one on March 20th, okay? And I guess it's going to be the farthest away. So March 20th is that's a 3, and that's a 5, and then the 2019 year is a number 3. Okay, so 3 plus 2 is 5, plus the 3 is a number 8. So it's going to be an apocalyptic day when that blood moon happens, that super moon. Okay, I don't think it's a blood moon, I think it's a super moon. But on that day, it's going to be an apocalyptic day. So that's a day to pray for evil to be destroyed in the name of love. And then look what they're doing with the trident. They're showing this picture like this. It's just representing, because I see this, right? It's representing Christ's energy because of the heart and how Christ comes through the heart. So you see this heart right here? Okay, and then like you got like the horsemen, like the 4 horsemen. So it's telling you judgment is coming. That's what this picture is about. So thank you, Queen Namaste, okay, or Namaste, excuse me. I'm so used to hearing it being pronounced Namaste. But thank you, Queen Namaste, for coming through with this article. This is a very ritualistic article. Okay, and you can just see by the pictures they put up there. You know what I mean? It says the longest total lunar eclipse of the 21st century occurred on July 27, 2018. That's a 7, so that's a 9. 7 plus 2 is 9, 7 plus 2 is 9, so it's all 9s. This was a 9-day divine completion. The phenomenon lasted for 1 hour and 43 minutes, so that's a number 8, and was mainly visible in Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia, as well as some parts of South America. Okay. The moon continues to be a source of fascination. China, for example, recently became the first country to successfully land a spacecraft on the far side of the moon in December. A checklist that traveled to the surface of the moon with Apollo 11 astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin was sold at auction in New York for $62,500. Okay, so that's 7 and 6, which is a number 4 or 13. But 1 plus 3 is 4. So remember, you got to break the numbers down to single digits because everything after the number 9 is a repeat. So you have to break them all the way down. And then lastly, it says 2019, which is a number 3, also marks the 50th anniversary of the historic Apollo 11 moon landing. Okay, so you just see where we're at right now. Like, I'm glad she noticed this and that she was able to see the ritual in it, because it's very, very, very ritualistic what's going on every day with all these news articles. All right, so shout out to you, Queen Namaste, for coming through and picking up on the rituals that are in play. All right, peace to the true ones.